Hi, I'm Becca. Welcome to my channel. This class is a 30-minute yin for new beginnings. So for this class, I invite you to really focus on your heart space and opening up and allowing new things to flow through, whether that is a new direction in your life or maybe a new paradigm, maybe a new spiritual dimension, or maybe just a new perspective and a starting over of your day today. But let's bring in some love and open up to vulnerability and new things. Let's get to it. Let's begin in a seated posture. You can find a cross-legged position, half lotus or full lotus, any posture where you can be comfortable with an erect spine for a few minutes. Also take a moment to collect any props you might need. I will be using a bolster and 2 blocks. You can also substitute for a pillow you have around the house or some books that might be around the same size and shape of a block. And let's just take a moment to bring our focus to our heart space. Notice the rise and fall of the chest, the heart space when you inhale and exhale through the nose. Begin to settle into the intention of inviting in new beginnings. If you don't have a specific new beginning that you are looking to manifest in this class, I invite you to be open to whatever might come. Continue to focus on the breath, finding stillness in the pose, and inviting in these new beginnings. Now let's work our way into Souptabato Kanasana, Reclined Butterfly Pose. Find your bolster and place it long ways on your mat so that you can basically lie down long ways, your spine on top of it. So placing one edge of the bolster up to the back of your bum, knees open wide, soles of the feet together. I also like to place blocks underneath my knees here. And then rest back, opening up the heart space, arms fall open wide, palms open, ready to receive. And take a moment to bring in the principles of a yin class. We want to find our edge in a pose, but not go too far, as we're working into our myofascial tissue and our tendons and ligaments here, letting the muscles relax. So find your edge and then find some stillness and just breathe and be and bring your mind back to that intention of new beginnings. Now let's move into a little bit of a deeper heart opener. You can place your blocks off to the side and then bring the knees back together, soles of the feet on the mat, so you can adjust. And then turn your bolster long ways on the mat. We're going to lie back on the bolster, this time so it's just under the shoulders, right under your armpits. And I like to place a block underneath my head here. And if you're feeling very open, you can try to place your head on the mat. And here, just let the feet flop open like they would in a Shavasana. And again, find stillness. Find that invitation of new beginnings and love. And then settle and breathe. Let's find a Shavasana pose to rebound. So using your core strength, pull yourself up and then just place the block off to the side for now, lying back down in a Shavasana and just taking in all of that opening we've just done in the heart space. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your energetic body feels. Can you feel yourself opening up to new experiences? Now let's bring our attention to the side body, moving into banana. Let's shift the hips just over to the right, and then our ankles creep over to the left, and our shoulders creep over to the left, so that you're in a side crescent lunge. You can also cross the right ankle over the left, and then with arms overhead, you can grab elbows or wrists, and you should feel a nice stretch in your right side body, in the right hip, and all along the side up through the armpit. Find your stillness here. Hold and breathe. Let's slowly unwind as we head towards the other side. First, uncrossing the right foot, shifting the hips back to center, and finding a Shavasana with neutral spine to rebound and let that pose settle in. Notice the different feelings between your sides. And then when you feel ready, begin to shift the hips over to the left side, and then the shoulders and the feet creep over to the right, stretching the left side body. Left ankle is over right ankle, arms overhead, grabbing either elbows or wrists, and then settling in, continuing to open up the torso and the heart space that it contains. Begin to slowly unwind and find a neutral spine, shifting the shoulders back to center, uncrossing the left ankle, and then bend the knees, soles of the feet on the mat, about hip width distance, and just let the knees knock together. And then grab your blocks. We're moving into a supported bridge. So you want to place 1 or 2 blocks. You can try whichever one feels good for you. Right in the sacrum. So not the meaty butt area and not the lower back, but that flat spot right in between. After opening up the heart space, now we want to elevate the hips, letting blood and prana flow back into the heart space and release our psoas. And now for a deeper psoas opening. With 1 or 2 blocks, you can try either way. I invite you to just extend the legs right where you are, opening up the front of the body, the front of the hip space. Find your edge here, maybe starting with 1 block, and as you open and release, bending the knees, lifting the pelvis, you might place a 2nd block to see how that feels. To come out of this pose, bend the knees, placing the feet back on the mat, lifting the hips to remove your blocks, and then letting the hips rest back down, taking a moment, knocking your knees together, resting here with hands on the belly. And then eventually working your way into Shavasana, corpse pose. In this Shavasana, allow your feet to flop open wide, the arms to open wide, taking up as much space as you need. And again, bringing your focus to that intention of new beginnings, of allowing love to flow through, allowing life force to come into your heart space, opening you up for growth, change, new things.
Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I invite you to slowly work your way out of Shavasana, taking your time, or you may continue for a longer Shavasana as you continue to meditate on your intention of inviting in new beginnings. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. If you could subscribe to my channel, that would be super helpful. It helps me get free yoga out to more people. And if you want to leave a comment below, let me know how you like this class. Let me know what other kind of classes you would like me to record for you, and I'm happy to do it. I'll see you next time.